National Football League is on the air. Tonight, on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and our home team. Out of the end zone comes Johnson. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fitzgerald. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Well, you think back, Charles, a year ago to Super Bowl 55, we were out in Tampa, and this Chiefs offense just never could get it going. Patrick Mahomes hobbled by that turf toe injury. The offensive line, they were down a few starters. It was just a team that, frankly, was not at full strength.
And to their credit, they didn't use that as an excuse, and I applaud them for that because what our eyes showed us, what we saw in that game, they didn't play their best game, but Tampa Bay, the better team throughout, right from the word go, and they really got after Kansas City in that one.
Well, CD, you get these two teams together and you get them each at full strength, and you know you're going to see some passing. We expect to see the ball in the air a lot as this game goes on.
Yeah, they were number 1 and number 2 in the NFL in passing yards last season. Kansas City 1, Tampa Bay 2, which means both defenses, they got their rest because going against these offenses, throwing the ball around and spreading the field, you're going to do a lot of running trying to cover.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. But, Charles, you think about these two teams, and think about how long it's been since we've had the same two teams play in the Super Bowl back-to-back years. You have to go back to the Cowboys and Bills almost 30 years ago in the 90s. That's the only time that it's happened in the Super Bowl era. So I'm curious, what kind of chances do you see of us having a Kansas City-Tampa Bay Super Bowl in L.A. come February?
Well, you just pointed out how difficult it is for one team to get back to the Super Bowl, let alone the same two teams to play against each other. So the odds are against them, but would we tell either one of these teams they can't get back there? We think they're two of the best in the league. It shouldn't surprise us if it happens, but it is going against historical precedent. But remember last year, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they won the Super Bowl in their own stadium. The only time that's happened in Super Bowl history, too.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. So out come the Bucs now. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, Walker, and he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now for these Bucs, Charles, 31-9, they were winners the last time these two teams met back in February. And what kind of chances do you give them of going back-to-back? It hasn't been done since the Super Bowls in 2004 and 2005.
Well, when you analyze this team, you start with the front office. It's the same GM. The head coach and his staff essentially the same. They brought back all 22 starters from last year's Super Bowl championship team. And, oh, yeah, there's a certain Mr. Brady who won both of those titles in 2004, 2005. That's the starting quarterback there. He's back as the quarterback here. I like their chances.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. They'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath, maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started. and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And this Bucs defense, you remember, pretty stout last year, the number 6 overall unit in the NFL.
And I think that as the season wore on, and you pointed this out to me as well, you start to see some of their rookies begin to figure things out, and they played a little more like a top 2.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
To throw on 3rd down, Fitzgerald. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete, and brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
When this Bucs offense is humming, this is what they're good at. Those short to intermediate passes. They get the ball out quickly in rhythm, and it's a tough offense to slow down when they're playing well.
They'll run on first down. Walker, and he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. They'll look to throw here. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. Third down.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On first down, it's Walker. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up. They'll set up to throw. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up a third down. They're going to look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out as his guys are on the board first here tonight. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. And it wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
The extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Johnson now returning. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They'll begin the drive with Jackson on the ground. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, Fitzgerald. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you, because it seems to be working pretty well.
And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
I think that call was made not so much to try and get the 1st down, although they would have taken it if they could have gotten it, but to give their punter a little bit of space and try and help out their defense.
Yeah, they got the safe completion on 3rd. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Back now comes Tampa Bay. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Really nice job there by the interior of the Kansas City defensive line, and they're a stout unit to run against. And they do an excellent job there bottling that play up.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter, because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. He's going to wind up and air it out. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo set to get the football back here. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Fitzgerald. And did he get the feet down? No. They'll say he did not. It's incomplete. On 3rd down, this is Jackson. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's the Chiefs punter now. as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Walker. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
Back to throw again. And that is incomplete. They sure went against conventional wisdom, calling a pass on 3rd and inches.
Had to be thinking to themselves, the defense is going to overcommit against the run. Should be an easy pitch and catch. Didn't turn out that way.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Fitzgerald. And this one is incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike.
Back to throw. Fitzgerald. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st down, Fitzgerald. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Malik Jackson, the 6'5" D tackle with a sack. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Buccaneers out on top. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report. On the return, Walker. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. 2nd and 8 coming up. Back to throw. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Walker powering his way forward. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Here's a first down run with Collins. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Now a throw here, hauled in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here comes the Buccaneers punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
They'll start here with Jackson. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Just a couple on the ground there. That's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Operating from the gun, Fitzgerald. And that will be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
2nd and 5. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Back to throw here. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll run on first down. Walker, and he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They run again with Walker. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 63 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
They'll look to throw here on first down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. On 2nd down, it's Walker. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll keep it on the ground. Walker, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29.
I think there's a fatigue factor that's kicking in defensively. You know the will is still strong, but I think the offense is starting to bend it just a little bit, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's looked that way. We'll see if they can continue this already strong drive. On first down, it's Walker, and he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now a throw here to his running back, and he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get it out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up second and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the night as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. But that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Returning it, Johnson. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs ready to rock again on offense. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we were talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzgerald. This one hauled in, and again it's Robinson. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fitzgerald. It's caught by Jackson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 7 yards there on the first down screen play. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
From the 41, Fitzgerald. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. The Chiefs on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. That catch good for only a couple. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off inside the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right back to him on first down. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves him with a 3rd down and 8.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And this one complete to Reed. And he is going to have a Bucs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Victory formation now for the Buccaneers. Down to a knee they go. So time has run out on what will be a Tampa Bay victory, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.